All right, welcome to Feature Friday. I'd like to welcome Malik Platts, Head of Business Development for Taylor Insurance and Financial Services. You class of 98, 99, where are you?
90, 99.
Okay, 99. All right,
Yeah.
good. So just quickly, we start off, introduce yourself, tell us a little about yourself, occupation, what you're doing, things of that sort. Where you from?
Malik Platts, been in the financial services business for 11 years now, working with athletes, entertainers, business owners, and professionals. Class of 99, like you said. Lived in LA for 16 years, just moved to Las Vegas, but my office is out of Pasadena. But before the pandemic, I've been working remotely anyway for the past probably 3 or 4 years. So it doesn't matter where I'm at in the country, I can reach clients anywhere.
Okay.
I'm more of a rainmaker, more of a relationship person within my firm. So I'm the guy that goes in ground level and creates all the great relationships as far as bringing individuals into the firm.
Okay.
So prior to being in the financial services business, I was in the entertainment business for 10 years.
Okay.
I worked with a very large music manager, taught me a lot about business. And, when Napster and all that occurred, it kind of ruined the business, and he got fired. And I just seen a lot of people losing money that made a lot of money that was in the business.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I decided to get into the business I'm in now.
Interesting. So tell me about that transition, because that's a major transition. Depending on that was an interesting times back then when the whole music industry was kind of blowing up with the invent, Napster, Kazaa, and all that stuff. How was that transition going from that music to then the financial services sector?
Well, in every business, in my opinion, it's all about relationships. So what I did is I transformed the entertainers that I knew in the music business to my clients in the financial services business. And that's just because I had the relationship with them. So it wasn't anything to do like I was this super smart guy, or, I cracked the code of E equals MC. No, they liked and trusted me. That's it. It's just like, well, we know you from here, so we'll do business over here with you. And that was just plainly it. It was just, the transition was mainly getting people to just listen to you because you're in a new field.
Okay.
Right? So they don't jumping into in my business, you have two people. You have new people and successful people. That's it. There's no in between, because 75% of people within our business quit within the first 3 years. So that's
sounds like real estate.
Exactly. So it's too tough. You got to get rid of the weak ones. But when you're new, people just don't trust you all the way. Like, one of my biggest clients is the producer of the Simpsons cartoon, and he's been my friend for 11 years, but it took me 9 years to get him as a client. So, you never know when you're going to get a client. You never know. The one thing I can't do is force a person to write a check. I can just present as best as I can, and just have to keep many irons in the fire and keep moving forward.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. So you're now in the successful people category right now in the field. So what are some of the challenges you've had to encounter in your career, in your field?
Just in the beginning, or just overall?
Yeah.
And
whatever you see as your biggest challenges in terms of, and then what have you had to do to kind of overcome?
Well, in the beginning of the career, like you're doing, it's so much knowledge coming at you. It's like a fire hydrant. It's everything coming at you, right? That you don't know, and you're moving more like a swamp. You have to, over your career, you have to start flowing like a river, right? So you pay somebody $20 an hour to do the paperwork for you. You pay a design team to design the plans for you. But in the beginning of the career, you're doing everything. You're doing the designs, you're doing the plans, you're setting the meetings. But now it's like, I have no problem with prospecting. In the beginning, you have a problem with prospecting, but you just have to book 2-3 appointments a day. That's just like the rule. Like, I've been doing that for 11 years. I've never made a cold call in my life. Everything we've done has been referral based. So, I would say that would be a challenge to all new agents or new financial advisors, is flow more like a river. Start paying people to do the jobs that, if it's not a non-producing activity, you pay somebody to do it, right? Because you don't need to do it. So that would be a challenge. Another challenge is when you're a new agent, we have what's called sometimes chargebacks. So let's just say somebody does business, and if they don't stay on the books for years, they'll charge back. The company will charge you back because they pay you the full commission out. So you'll get a $10,000 charge back, a $20,000 charge back, and you owe the company $20,000 before you start making money. So I would say a good agent is a person that can get through adversity. Not a person, my dad always says good seeds don't make good sellers, but if you can get through adversity and get over those things, then you'll become a good agent, you know? So I would say that would be the two things that are challenging up front. And now challenging is just getting hired prospects, I guess. I mean, I've already talked to people worth $100 million. I guess I've never talked to a person worth $1 billion yet.
Okay.
So I guess that would be a challenge, you know?
Hey, man, it's all truth. I can tell you now, I love talking to you because we on the same stratosphere. I'm hoping the young alumni actually listen to this and kind of are understanding the possibilities of what folks like us at 100 Betty's Ford Road are doing in certain that people move in. Now, you guys the largest African-American run financial advisory firm in the country?
Well, Zelfi Teller, the president of my firm, he's the #1 African-American financial advisor in the country. Okay. And he's top 5% in the world. Wow. So he has a reality show coming out called Mind, Body, Money. I'm doing my acting debut. I'm in 3 episodes. That's why I have to come back to Miami. So he teaches yoga in the morning. He's an anomaly. Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. Teaches yoga 6 a.m. Closes 3-4 deals a day. Goes to his daughter's recitals at night. Like it's crazy, you know. So it's just showing a positive aspect. There's no drama. It's all positive. So it's mind, body, money, being all in one with your temple and your money. So you know he's closed mega deals over the years, and I mean he's a workhorse. So he has a subscription model called the Teller Method, where he teaches other financial advisors his methods around the world. Okay. So, but now with this reality show, has a podcast. Since I've started doing my talks on Sunday, I've been offered a podcast. So I guess it's just taking it. It's opportunity and chaos with COVID, right? It's a lot of opportunity out here that people need to take advantage of. And you're just rocking and rolling, man. Black owned. He owns the building we work in. You know. So $3 million house in Pasadena, 42-year-old guy like doing his thing. And I've been with him 11 years, you know, so he's good at what he does.
Ain't no choice but to bring you up, right? Exactly. That's why I tell people, man, you gotta surround yourselves with those type of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's in terms of talking about that. You from Philly, right? And I imagine you've seen a lot of things in Philly, similar to me being from Hartford. What's that transition like? Like coming in terms of mindset shift, in terms of, like you and I are in a very similar place, right? But quite frankly, everybody is not on that in terms of mindset. How would you say dealing with that transition, being able to deal with people that have $100 million net worth and still going to the crab, eating your fried chicken off the bone, you know what I mean? How do you balance all of that out?
Well, at the end of the day, you got to stay humble within yourself. You have to remember where you come from, but at the same time, you have to grow. And if other individuals aren't growing with you, those individuals that you just have to play from afar, you can still have love for them. But I'll always say you're only successful as the 4 people you hang with. So within those 4 people, look at what they make, and that's what you'll make, right? So at the end of the day, you can give people back home motivation and how to do things. I don't do anything different that anyone else cannot do. All I do is build relationships and go to high-end networks things. Sundance Film Festival, Kentucky Derby. I don't do anything. Anybody can do what I do. It's just, are you willing to come outside your comfort zone and do it? So the mindset of when I go back home, I really don't have a lot of conversation with individuals that I grew up with, because I can't relate anymore. It's I read the Wall Street Journal. I love art. I love the ballet. I love classical music. I don't want to hear about what happened down the street yesterday. Like, it's just not in my, I don't want to hear about, Pookie, and I was just like,
Pookie and Ray Ray.
yeah, I don't want to hear. But at the same token, I have all the love for them, and I can go have a cocktail, at the house, because my friends, we're all from the same block, so they can come over my grandmother's house. I can still go over their mother's house and things like that. But it's just a couple of friends that think outside the box, but a lot of them just don't, and you can't do everything for everyone. But I understand now why wealthy people only hang with wealthy people. But what you can do is you can drop gems and see who picks them up, and then see who wants to better themselves in life. At the end, that's all you can do, because you can't save everybody.
Well, that's a good talking point right here. So, I know what we're trying to do is, at least I know what I'm trying to do is drop these gems to some of the young alums and other folks to really get to that higher level of thinking of that kind of you're talking about. What kind of gems would you drop on like a young alum just getting out? Like, okay, I don't need to hire a financial advisor. I don't even have a net worth right now. I'm not worth $100 million. What gems?
Well, I mean, don't think that's the only type of clients that we deal with. Okay. I've had a client that was putting $500 a month away with me. She hit it big and acting. Now she's doing $100,000 a year. So we work with anyone that's willing to listen. So I have a mailman that has $1 million in his savings account. Never made no more than $100,000 a year. He's just a great saver. He saves everything, and he buys real estate, and he flips, puts away. So I would say this is all you need to do. Pay yourself first. I don't care where you work at. I don't care if you work at Starbucks. I don't care if you work at Target. That first hour of the day goes to you. So you make $10 an hour, that first hour goes to you. You make $20 an hour, that first hour goes to you, right? You work 5 days a week, that's $100. That's $400 a month, $4,800 a year. Times 10, you have 48,000, 96,000. The rule of 72, you had a 96, you're probably like 189, right? Offer $20 a day. $20. I'm not even telling you to do nothing crazy, right? But but the thing is, you have to have the discipline. If you don't have the discipline to put up or make different investments, or I'm not a real estate guy, but I have real estate. It makes sense, right? So there's no such thing as a perfect product. There's only perfect planning. No one thing is perfect. At the end of the day, you have to have a diversified portfolio. But if you don't, this is the one thing, Neil, and I've been saying this since the pandemic. If people don't learn from this, they'll never learn.
Yeah,
you'll never learn, and it's just a waste of conversation. If you don't learn from even, let's just say people were living in humble beginnings, and you got a stimulus check. You could put 20 girlfriends together and put the $1,200 into the stimulus check and have $24,000 and put down on a rehab house. Right?
Yeah, I got chills going on right now because I tried to
and
do
I'm not
this.
even telling you to do nothing crazy.
But this is all the people that don't look like us. This is what they do. I had a conversation recently with my cousin. So you got to get over that. I'm sorry, I'm going off topic.
Go ahead. No. Keep it real.
Because I was like, yo, you got to be able to partner. When you don't have the money, for whatever reason, I don't know what kind of psychological blocks, things of that sort, you got to learn how to partner. So, put your money over here. I said, look, I'll be the go-between. I'll deal with Uncle Rack. I got Uncle Lulu, Uncle Rack. I'll deal with him. I'll shove him to the side. Get out of here. Your money's coming in here. You put your money in here. I know what to do with it. So now you don't know what to do with it. You're going to take it to the racetrack in the new MGM. Exactly. Give it to me, at least take the excess. You could go do that, but I'll take care of you over here.
Exactly.
And it's so hard to get folks to understand that, but that's really what I'm trying to implement and get out to the marketplace is exactly what you're talking about right there.
I mean, I'm real close to Mitt Romney's business partner, Russell Dixon, and I met him at Sundance in Utah 2 years ago. They buy $180 million apartment complex. They look at $1 billion a week, but they don't do anything different than a person that you probably have as a client that buys maybe 1 or 2 houses a year. That's an investor, right? He just has a group of people that all worth 30, 20, 10, so they can put their money together and then buy big projects and they bring more money in. That's it. It's nothing that's so scientifical that you can't get done. Like, like put your 10 best friends together. Everybody put $5,000 together and going on a piece of property. Get one a year.
So how do you feel? So we off topic a little bit, and I'm happy to go.
No, please.
I did a deal last year. I was selling for a client. I was so happy. There's this neighborhood called Capitol Heights here. It's small. And it was a bunch of hood dudes, just like that. It was the most hood transaction I've ever done. Mm-hmm. But I was so happy for them because they were literally scraping money together at the end, 4 of them, just to come up with the 5 Gs needed to sort of get in the deal. They found a lender who would do the rest of them. And I was literally so proud of them. What's that linkage between, because we're educated. So what I see is kind of sometimes you and I kind of come from that same school of hard knocks, where although we're educated, we know how to hustle and break down and have really no fear, my nose ain't up in the air, none of that.
No, definitely not.
What would you break down? How would you break it down to somebody who's educated, who's a Smithite, who has a degree, and really how to break it down, how to make this network thing work?
The network or net worth?
The network thing. How to get out of the book side and.
Well, this is what I would say. Your network is your net worth. So the people you're hanging around are going to, you can't be the smartest person in the room, right? You can't do that, right? I'm the brokest person in my crew. So, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm right there with you. Yeah.
But if you ride behind a truck full of gold, you pick up nuggets, all day. So it's just, you have to get knowledge from other individuals. You have to see the moves that people are making. You can't think that I don't think I know everything, right? I don't think I know everything. Even in my business, I stay good at what I do. And I tell people I'm good at what I do and I stay in my box. I don't do real estate. You need to talk to my man, Neil. I don't do taxes. You need to talk to my guy, Hal. Now, I tell my clients, whatever you need, contact me because I have someone within my professional network that can help you out. But you can't come in arrogant. You can't come in thinking you know everything. You have to work hard. And you have to, the number one thing that I would tell people that want to build net worth and network is you got to build relationships. And you have to just check on people. Sometimes I play chess moves with when I'm doing business. I may just text a client just to see how they're doing, not even talking about business, just to show them that I actually care about them. And a lot of people, like even in LA, the first question people ask you in LA, just like in DC, they say, what school did you go to? In LA, they say, what do you do?
What do you do?
And I couldn't stand that question because what I do shouldn't determine who I am, right? I could be a janitor, but own janitorial companies around the country, and you don't even know that. Because the people that I found out that have the most money are the humblest people in the world, yo. I mean, David drives a Prius. Like, it's just, you'll be like, what? You do what? And then you get the people that really don't have money. They want to shout. And my client in Atlanta, she's an actress. They have Fords, but she got a $1.3 million in her brokerage account.
Jay-Z said you got flash now, but time will reveal money.
Exactly.
That imaginary player. That was.
She's good. She's good during COVID.
Exactly. That's where you feel it. Well, yo, we running out of time. We gotta figure out a way to do this again.
Please. Gems. Whenever, man.
So, what advice, any last minute notes you want to send out to the young alumni base, and how do people get in contact with you?
Well, I'll give people my number. They can call me at 208-243-7514, 208-243-7514. Text me, call me, email me at M as in Michael Platts, PLATTS at Taylor, TAYLORINSFIN.com. The advice that I would tell people is just be the one thing that you can never teach anyone is how to build relationships. You either have it or you don't. But I would tell people to learn, to be sympathetic, to listen. Stop telling people that even in real estate, right? I tell a lot of realtors, be looked at more as an advisor. Sell the house, then give them the trust attorney's number. so they can put the house inside the trust. So you're giving them a macro perspective of everything, not just here goes the house, thank you, I see you, you know, and turn around. That's the same with my business. People be like, yeah, I see you in 10 years. Like, no, you have to check on the client every year, make sure they're doing good. Have things increased? Have they decreased? Is our plan still going the same way? And things like that. So I would just say be empathetic, have sympathy for people, care about their needs and wants, because it's not about you. And don't think about the money. It's just going to flow. The money's going to flow. Don't think about, oh, I have to close this deal because I have to pay this bill, or I have to close, because people can see that. You know what I mean?
Go-giver. The book, The
Yeah.
Go-Giver.
Yeah.
Book, The Go-Giver. That's what I tell people. When I get referrals, people are like, he will look out for you more than himself. That literally, that's people who call me up like, he's gonna look out for your best interest, and he ain't gonna think at all about the commission that's gonna happen. And then he just knows he provides service to you. Byproduct of that deal is the money comes out.
It's the money's always gonna come. Don't think about the money, and just be real with people. Don't try to act like you know everything and can do everything. If I don't know an answer to a question, I say, you know what, that's a good question, but I'm gonna get the answer for you. You know, you have to be like, people only do business because they like you and trust you. 99.9% of the people I sit down with don't know nothing about finances. But I educate them through the whole process. Me and Ezelfi, we educate them. We give them information to make educated decisions. But, you know, other than that, man, just be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else that you're not, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Well, I appreciate it. This
no worries, man.
We went a little longer than we used to, but, but I mean, you dropping gems that gets me excited.
Man,
the stuff that
Jay-Z says dropping jewelry.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it. We'll definitely
no worries, man. Have a good one, man. Thanks for everything.
All right. Take care.
Okay. All right.